I'm Mary Byers, co-author of Road to Relevance: 5 Strategies for Competitive Associations. Today I'd like to talk about an increasingly common conversation in association circles, and that's the question about how to increase the engagement and involvement by newer and younger members. I have a couple of strategies I'd like to share with you today. The first is, if you're able, hire a professional market research firm to help you pull together a focus group of some of your newer and younger members. It'll be interesting for you to hear what they have to say. Granted, this is an expensive option, but if you're not able to do it, consider just pulling together an informal focus group and bat around some conversations regarding what younger members' expectations are, how they would like for those expectations to be met, and what they're looking for from the association. Anytime I've had a chance to observe these conversations, it's been very interesting. The best case scenario is to share the audio or video with your board. And if you're not able to do that, then I suggest that you actually have the focus groups transcribed so that your board members can actually hear what younger and newer members are saying. I think they'll be surprised. If you're not able, as I mentioned, to do it professionally, an informal focus group will serve as well, and that's been enlightening for many of the associations I've worked with. Another thing I would suggest is that we think about things not in context of either or. Either we have to appeal to our more seasoned members, or we have to appeal to newer members. We need to be thinking in terms of and. How can we appeal to seasoned members and younger members? And what that means in many cases is that you're going to have some parallel tracks. You'll want to have face-to-face learning with some digital online learning. You'll want to have maybe old-fashioned printed publications, or what we consider to be old-fashioned, and supplement them with online publications, either electronic newsletters or live feeds. So don't think about it as being either or, think about it as being and. That's been helpful to many associations too, because that way they don't have to wrestle with making a decision or one way or the other. They just decide that they're going to do both. The next thing that I would suggest is that you pull together a small group of newer members and you turn them loose. You ask them to give you feedback in helping create the association of the future. Now, I'll warn you, this isn't comfortable for most association boards because most are comfortable when the new or younger member group is working kind of under their scrutiny and under their auspices. I've had a couple of associations who've done this, and when the new and younger members have wanted to do things that the association didn't support, a battle has ensued. And in a couple of rare cases, I've actually seen the newer younger members go and start their own association. But my position is that it's much better to have the conversation and find out where the differences are than not to have the conversation. And secondarily, you want those members within your association not going off starting their own association. And so that's another reason why you want to bring them in and hold them close. But it also means that we need to be prepared to let them suggest some things that aren't comfortable or things that haven't been tried. And that's the next thing I would suggest, is that you approach this very experimentally. That you realize that some of the things that you're going to try as a result of these conversations are going to work well the first time. Some are going to need some fine-tuning and tweaking. And some aren't just going to be a good fit for the association, but the only way you're going to figure out if they're a good fit or not is to actually give it a try. One thing I know about changing the future of an association means we have to change the conversations that we're having today. It's very dangerous, in my opinion, to have your board members make decisions about the future of the association and its younger members based on what they think rather than what they know to be true. And that's why I think it's important to get data, whether it be through a focus group or input from younger members. Finally, I'd like to encourage you not just to think about what this means for governance. It also has a lot to do with programming, how you package your education. And here's the final thought. Now with the virtual environment and so much being available 24/7 online, we need to stop asking our members to come to us, but we need to start thinking about how we can take the association to the members. And that's a great place to start when you're talking about increasing involvement with your new and younger members. I'm Mary Byers. Thanks for joining me.